Okay, welcome to MacBean Scottish Fitness. By the request of a subscriber, he asked, what sort of arm exercises can you do to strengthen your arms and your shoulders? And so first of all, you want to make sure you have a fairly steady chair. It's not something you're going to do in the lazy boy. I suppose you can do some of them, but you want one with a back on it so you can get into like a nice comfortable 90-degree thing. And what we'll first start out with is we'll start out with something light. Now, the weights I'm using are just for demonstration things, but you want to start out with light weights to get the blood moving. So the first thing I do, I call field goals. Bring your arms down like this, about a 45-degree angle, and you're just bringing them up. It's good. It's good. And what you're doing is you're working the small muscles in the rotator cuff, so on the shoulders, and you're increasing the blood flow there. So these you do with light weights. Even with me, these are 5-pounders. I wouldn't go any heavier probably than 10s for myself, because you're not working the big muscle, you're working the small muscles, and you're really just trying to get the blood circulated in. So basically it's just field goals. Yay, it's good. And what you can do is once you get into the habit of working out, then you would probably do about 4 sets of these, about 15 reps. And I would start the workout with that light weights. Get yourself warmed up before you go to heavier weights. If you're just starting out, go as light as possible. I mean, I picked up these from eBay. These are 3-pounders. I got them down to 1 pound. I think all the way up to 8. Pick them up. If you don't have weights, you can go on eBay. You'll find people are selling them all the time. Whether they just kind of gave up on the fitness journey, or they upgraded to newer equipment, or they may have had a family member that was using them and they're no longer using them for whatever reason. I picked up a lot of weights, and when you go pick them up, be prepared to get extra ones thrown at you, because that happens too. So the next warm-up exercise for the shoulders is the same thing, lighter weights, and you're just doing front raises, like I said, if you haven't worked out for a while, start with low weights. And on your first day, I would only do 1 set of 10 or 15 per exercise I'm showing you. And then your second workout day, you can do 2 sets. And your third workout day, do 3 sets. And the fourth one, do 4 sets. And then see how the weights feel to you. So front raises. Now these are going to work your delts. And once again, we're just trying to get blood into the muscles and get yourself warmed up. You don't want to just sit down and start grabbing heavy weights and go to it. Well, if you're 16, 17, or 18 years old, you can do that. But as you get older and that, you want to get some lubrication in the joints. And what carries lubrication? Your blood vessels. I mean, that's basically your whole radiator and feed system is through the blood. I recommend arginine to help with circulation. Breaks down NO3. It's great for circulatory and heart health. Also helps lower your cholesterol. That's why I am a very proponent on it. So you got the front raises. Next ones you can do are side raises. Now you can kind of change them up this way if you find out the weights that you're using are too heavy, because obviously the further away from the body, the greater that weight has. And these are just working a different portion of your delts. And the same thing once you get into where this is a regular exercise and you got a nice routine going, 3 to 4 sets of 10 to 15 reps is what you want to do. So those are really going to get the shoulders warmed up, and Next thing we'll do is then we'll move to the arms. Why did I do the shoulders first? Because anything you move is going to incorporate the shoulders anyway. Let's get them warmed up, and then we'll go with the arm exercises. Cooking breakfast at the same time, so I will pause it, and then I'll be back for the arms. Okay, so now we're going to do arms. I'm not going to worry about too many different variations. I might show them at the end, but we'll kind of keep it what I call simple. Simple exercises work the best. Here I'm using 30 pounders. You probably want to use less. You just want to get comfortable with your arms down there and just bring them up with a hammer. These are called hammer curls. Nice, slow, controlled motion. You don't want to be rocking them. If you're rocking them, decrease the rate, because that means you just got too much weight. It's hammer time. Can't touch this. And a lot of times I'll just get into a pattern. But at first you probably want to just do a nice, slow, controlled movement. So those are the hammer curls. That is going to work the bicep. Next one you'll do is going to be an over the head tricep extension. And I usually just do these with one dumbbell, and I'll switch over and I use the other arm for balance and to keep things steady. So you throw it up and you just bring it back behind your shoulder and then straighten it out. Nice, slow, controlled movement. This works the triceps. Then when you switch, just bring it down. Switch hands. Use the other hand to help throw it up. Same thing. Try to get as much of the range of motion as you can. You know, this is not going to do it. Too often in the gym, I see people cutting the reps short. Do a full rep. If you can't do a full rep, lessen the weight. These are exercises that you can easily do in a chair. I'll be back to show you a few more variations. So other variations you can do besides the hammer is bring your wrist this way, and you can do them like this. And then here you might want to just do one at a time, and kind of can use this arm as counterbalance. And this is going to work the bicep from a different direction. Switch over to the other side. And then another thing you can do is you can actually support your arm on your knee, and then you can do what's called finger curls. So you just roll it to the end, and then bring your hand back and closing it. This works right here. So this is going to give you a very strong grip. Now, I hadn't done these in a long time. I used to do a lot of them, and I developed a very unrealistic strong wrist there. To the point one time when I was supposed to get a blood test, the nurse was freaking out on it. So I've been just kind of utilizing the fact that I don't use wrist wraps on all my other exercises, and it does give me a lot of work on the wrist, but this is a very good way to isolate it. You can actually feel the muscles that you're using. And I'll probably start adding this to my routine. So that's another one for the biceps and for the wrist. Tricep ones, just keep doing the overhead ones. But then if you want to, and I'm just going to use lighter weights to demonstrate it with. You can just do presses straight up. This is going to work your shoulders and your triceps. So all these can be done in the chair. And this will give you a pretty complete upper body workout. But remember, start off with really light weights. If you're having a problem with form or it just don't feel good, reduce the weights. And so that ends my demonstration on workouts you can do in the chair. It was a response to a request from one of my subscribers. Always feel free to ask questions. Good questions become videos. And if you do ask me to demonstrate something, that'll be my next video also. So remember, rest, nutrition, and proper exercise form. Just get off the chair afterwards and go for a walk. Body in motion stays in motion. I've already been on a 3-mile hike this morning, and I do that to get myself in motion. So now I'm cooking breakfast, and then I'll probably go to the gym later on to do an arm workout. Everybody have a wonderful day.